Ladies and gentlemen, of the interwebs out there, Sebastian Envy, strong style, cinephile. And apparently, despite the shakeups at Warner, DC, the Black Canary spinoff that is spinning out of the Harley Quinn movie is still happening. So let's geek about that for a scan few minutes, because there's really no more details other than it's supposedly still happening. And I'm like wondering, does anybody actually believe that? Now, people were kind of wondering about its status considering the cancellation of Batgirl. People have been wondering about the status of Blue Beetle, which wrapped principal photography not too long ago. So it's in a state of near completion, but of course Batgirl was too, and they shelved that. But to hear that the Journey Smollett-led, potentially Black Canary film is still happening is very, very much a surprise. And the first thought to me was, is this just a thing to save face? Like, they're saying it's still in development, but then something will happen. It'll get, kicked down, the can will get kicked down the road, it'll get swept under the rug, and it'll just be backburnered for a while. And they don't want to just outright say it's canceled because of the optics of it, because you have Batgirl, who's led by a Latin actress of color, and they canceled it. They canned it. Having this movie, which is going to be led by another person of color, to can that, I just don't know if Zaslav and Warner wanted the optics of that upon them. Now, I don't think they needed to swap the skin colors of the Black Canary in the first place. I'm a huge Black Canary fan. I'm also a fan of the Sarah Lance Canary that came out of the Arrowverse. Huge fan of that one, mostly because of Katie Lotz and her performance over the years. But I don't think they needed to do that with her, but they did. It's immaterial at this point. I thought coming out of that movie was the last thing I wanted to see, was a Black Canary spinoff out of the movie universe sort of thing that they created, because I thought the movie just wasn't all that, the Harley Quinn movie just wasn't all that good. For one thing, it really just bastardized the Huntress for me, and did a disservice to Cassie and her, just bringing her to life, and then didn't do much good for, Dinah Lance as the Black Canary. So to see them thinking about a spin-off coming out of that, I don't know why, but it's still supposedly in development, which again, it goes back to my original thought of, does anybody actually really, really, truly, in your heart of hearts, think that this is actually going to happen? I don't. I just think, like I said, they're just trying to save face because they canceled one person of color movie, and they just didn't want to, like, on the heels of that, cancel Black Canary. And I saw a report today that some of these people at Warner were kind of wanting to throw a bone to Leslie Grace and either keep her on to play Batgirl in another film down the line, or have her participate in another Warner-led project, just to kind of, again, it's just a face-saving maneuver. It's olive branch. It's, hey, we screwed you up. Like, we screwed you over, and we realize it. So how about this? Will it happen? Will it go? How is it going over well with Leslie Grace? Who knows? It just, So it is what it is. I guess we'll find out months from now if it ever goes before the cameras, or if it gets quietly swept under the rug, or gets shaken up because of Flash and Flashpoint and the potential to reset the DCU, which we're hearing rumors and stuff that that's apparently what it's supposed to do. But then you have the stuff going on with Ezra Miller, which we'll talk about in another video. So it's just this is why, like, DC, they just can't, Warner, DC, they just can't get out of their own way. And this is why you are always going to be the redheaded stepchild when it comes to movies compared to Marvel and what they're doing with the MCU. It just is what it is. Until you prove to us that you can be different, you're just going to be seen as lesser. Just is what it is. Maybe you can change it. Maybe you just keep sucking. I don't know. But anyway, remains to be seen. But those are some of my thoughts on it, scattered as they often are. But you guys out there think, let me know in the comments below. Follow me, social media, talk to me there, talk to me here. Until next time, let us geek.